get started.
Yeah.
Good morning. Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. My name is Vernon Pierce. I'm chair of what they call the Advanced in Business division for the Beaumont Chamber of Commerce. So we started talking about what can Advanced in Business industry committee do. And so we want to provide something that our members want, something that we can help. So we took a survey of all our members, and they got a lot of different suggestions of things that we could do to help. And so this is our first lunch and learn that we've had based on that survey, which was branding. And so based on the demand, we're providing this, and we're so excited about doing this because we want to add value to your chamber membership. We'd like to do other lunch and learns. Maybe we could do one, another high scoring one was grant writing, doing business with industry. I'm a politician, how to meet politicians. Or maybe you could recommend a topic of interest to you because we want to provide what people want. And so really excited about that. So as the chair of this thing, I want to thank several people for putting this on. John Lee is our host today. And when we came up with this suggestion, he says, I'll take it. And he works here in this building. And thank you, John. And we thank Lamar for putting on this. Christy Young is our boss, and that's who we report to. And she's the one that kind of pulled all this together. So Christy, thank you. We have several presenters, Rebecca Maxwell, Aaron Rubel, Ben Thorak, and Charlie Cooper. And we'll be breaking it all up into different groups in a minute, but thank you presenters for taking the time and being prepared for today's meeting. So I hope you'll have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy it. If you feel like this is value and you want to have more, the price is right. You got to buy your own meal, but the price is right for admissions. And we hope you'll come back and join us in other ventures and suggest some other topics. We're going to try to do one of these a quarter. Okay, so we won't overburden you. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a great day. John.
Well, welcome to Lamar University. If you're not used to the campus or you haven't been on here for a while, some of you may have gone to school here some years ago. It has changed quite a bit. So if you see, this is the new entrance to the campus. We have the new Welcome Center right across the street with the artwork that didn't exist before Dr. Evans got here, but he and Nancy brought that in, and you can see a lot of that at different areas around campus. The newest one is what we call the Nest, right there on the corner. Of course, with Cardinals, we have to have that. So, but they also have the big LU there. Saw a lot of graduates posing in front of that, take a picture. So this is the new way to come in. As Dr. Evans told our Rotary group, he said we needed to do something different. You know, the entrance was right across the street from ExxonMobil. Nothing against ExxonMobil, but it's not the most scenic area to come in. So we wanted to do something different. They got rid of the concrete plant, bought this land, and now we have a nice green, brand new entrance into the campus. So just housekeeping. If you need a restroom, out the doors, the first hallway on your left, there's men's and women's restrooms right there. And then basically the same again upstairs in the same, you know, obviously for plumbing purposes, they're right on top of one another. So you'll see that. When we go to the breakout rooms, those of you that are going to be going to the advanced breakout, there's some stairs right outside this door. You'll be able to go right upstairs, and it's in this corner of the building. Those of you that are going to Rebecca's breakout, it would be easier to go down the hall, up the main stairway, and then when you come off the stairway, the conference room will be in the corner right across from you. The rest of you that are in Ben and Aaron's group will be staying right here. So this is the CICE building. I can't even say that, much less Center for Innovation, Commercialization, and Entrepreneurship. Okay, you say all that, spell it, you can get an MBA here. So it's, but you may say, what do we do? I'm with the Small Business Development Center. We're pretty much the only thing on the downstairs right now. And we are a free management consulting service. Part of our funding comes from the federal government, part of it comes through the state. We are an economic development organization to work with people, help them get started, and then help them stay in business. There are a lot of things that we can do, you know, to advise you and to help you along. There's some things that we can't. And I see that there's some other people in this room that are paid consultants, but they can help you move forward and do things that we can't do. And we will be happy to let you know what our limitations are. I tell all my clients, I'm not an accountant. I am not a lawyer. I will not give you accounting or legal advice. One of my favorite sayings when they walk in the door is, when they always, 50% of them ask about grants, my favorite line on that is, there's no one out there who's going to give you money so that you can start a business to make money for you. It just doesn't work that way. But there are opportunities for people to get started and to become something really big. And with social media and all the free advertisement that you can get through there, you can become something really big. Upstairs here is the actual CICE. Paul Latrelet runs that. It is an incubator, mainly for more technical or lab related type businesses, but it really can be for anything. And there's office space that can be rented very cheaply if you qualify for that. And it is a temporary home for somebody that is getting started that we can help, that can then move on to their own home. But there's a lot of resources with that. There are some investors. We have had some recent success stories. We've got a client that my counterpart in the SBDC, Dave Mulcahy, he's on vacation this week, but that Dave has been working with for like 6 to 8 years, that recently through Paul's efforts was able to get almost $1 million injection in capital and has just recently completed a $4 million contract for the Air Force, and looks like he is on track to get some that'll be about 10 times that much. So you can start here and do really, really great things. Okay, so that's kind of where you are and what we do here at this building. And then next, I would like to turn it over to Jennifer Gregory, who can talk about the Young Professionals Organization. If I'm saying that right, I'm too old. I couldn't be part of that.
The Southeast Texas, do they speak louder for you, John? The Southeast Texas Young Professionals Organization. Hi, I'm Jennifer Gregory. I'm the vice chair of the Southeast Texas Young Professionals. And I know I do see a lot of familiar faces in here that are a part of YPO, and some unfamiliar faces. So if you are not already a member of the Young Professionals Organization, I encourage you to join. We have multiple events every month, including a lunch, where there's usually a speaker or some kind of event. We also have, for members only, an event called Breakfast with the Boss. Our next Breakfast with the Boss is July 13th, and that will be with the captain of the Coast Guard. We've had anybody from the captain of the Coast Guard to the plant managers of ExxonMobil. So if you ever want to get up close and personal with successful professionals, YPO is a great way to get there, and also to meet with your fellow young professionals and network and, you know, grow in your career. So we also have, if you're not a member, or if you are a member, we would encourage you, we are having a membership pool party. July 17th is a Saturday at Brentwood Country Club, and it's going to be from 4 to 7, 3 to 7. And so if you are a member, please bring a non-member that may want to join, or if you're a non-member, please feel free to come. We will be promoting it on social media. If you're not following us, follow us at Southeast Texas Young Professionals Organization. And so we would love to have you all there. We can learn a little bit more. We'll have food and drinks and snacks and giveaways. So we would love to see you. So thanks so much.
Our topic for today is about branding. But before I get into that, I forgot to do one thing that I said I would do. that part of Lamar, if you have a small business, probably one of the hardest things that you can do is find qualified people to hire. There is a great resource at this university to help you do that. And her name is Nicole, and she's sitting right back there with a really cute sunglasses or glasses on. Nicole heads up the Career and Professional Development Center. That Career Center can help you find interns. And the good thing about interns is, you know, they come work for you, you get a chance to try them out before you buy them, right? So if you want, you need somebody, which almost everybody needs somebody. If you're looking and you want a very, very bright student that can come in and assist you, Nicole is the person to talk to. And I'm sorry I missed that when I was talking about Lamar University. There's a lot of resources out here you really should take advantage of. So we talk about branding. And basically, you know, what is branding and why should I care? I mean, if I've got a very small company, I work with a lot of clients that basically they are it. You know, they may have, it's a single member LLC, they just started, it's just that one person that is in there. So why should you even care about branding? Again, we talk about social media and the things that social media can do for you. You have to be able to present a brand. Think about some of the most recognizable logos that are out there. Okay, Pepsi, UPS. I spent 37 years with them, so I'm kind of partial to that one. The Big Brown, everybody knows what that is. If you even see that color, you think about that company. Okay, there are certain things that are that recognizable. And it took them many, many years to get to that spot, but you can do that. Okay, the first thing though that you have to have is you got to have a vision for your company. What is it? What is it that I'm really trying to do? I get a lot of people that come in and they say, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I want to give back to the community and I want to be involved in this and the youth need this. And I'm like, okay, let's try to focus on one thing at a time. You know, what is it that's actually going to enable you to eat? Let's start there and then we'll branch out from there. You got to take care of yourself first and become a successful business person, and then you can do all those other things. So how do you do that? And how do you get to that point? Part of it is that branding. Folks, we live in the Golden Triangle. We are not in Katy. We are not in Conroe. This area is not growing 35 to 37% per year. Okay, if you open up a restaurant in Beaumont, Texas, if you want to be successful, you are stealing clients from other restaurants. If you open up a clothing store and you want to be successful, you are having them buy from you instead of buying from somebody else. We do not have 100 new houses being built every week. So you're going to have to be good. And the only way you're going to be successful is to get repeat customers. You get those repeat customers by building your brand. So we have very, very successful and good instructors today that will talk to you about how to do that, how to build that brand. It starts with a vision. What is it I want to be? What colors do I want to associate with my brand? You may think, well, that's ridiculous, especially the guys in the room would probably think that, you know, that's ridiculous, but it matters. It matters. Everything you do is associated with that. You start there. A logo. Oh, I'm just going to draw something up. You better really think about what that is, because that is going to be what people remember you by. You are living in a time where you can do so many things for free. All social media is word of mouth advertising. That word of mouth used to be from a customer that came into your shop, they got something from you and went out and told other people. Now they can tell how many people. They go to a restaurant, take a picture of their food. I have never done that. I don't think I ever will. My daughter, on the other hand, who works for an advertising firm in Austin, that's, the first thing that she does. But that goes out to so many people. And now we have influencers. I still don't quite understand how you get to be one of those. I'm obviously not. But you can leverage those people to get the word out to so many others. And somehow they get paid for that. But that'll be something that the experts can explain to you, not me. But you can do all this for free. And you can do it from Beaumont, Texas, or Port Arthur, Texas, or wherever you are. You can start here and you can get to where you want to be. But you got to do it the right way. And so what you're going to listen to today when you go to these breakouts is so vitally important. You have to know what your brand is. You've got to have a purpose behind what you're doing. I get people that come in and they want to, hey, I'm going to import these shirts from China and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sell them. I say, so you're going to be Walmart. And you're going to compete against Walmart. So that sounds like a good business idea. I mean, you probably could, but the only way you're going to do that right is if you differentiate yourself somehow. Okay, so it's got to be about you now. If you're going to be successful and you're going to get the word out there, there's got to be a story behind the company. There's got to be something more than just the product. You've got to make that emotional connection with those customers so that they come back. Every decision that we make ends up being an emotional one. Vernon said he had to run out of here because they've got to go buy a car. And, well, Sherry wrecked the other one. We won't go into that. She's fine. But they have to buy a car, okay? A lot of y'all, if you're going to buy a new car, what do? You research it. I want the one that got the best gas mileage. I want this one that's, I want a truck. So what truck do I want? Do I want a Ford, a Chevy, a Toyota? What do I want? I want the one that's most reliable. I want the one that's going to have the best resale value. I'm going to research every bit of that. And I know when I walk on that lot, exactly which truck I want. Ooh, the silver one or the blue one? Guess what? When it comes down to the final decision, it's emotional. Which one do I think looks good? Which one feels better? I sit in the seat. Dave, that I talked about earlier, he had to get a loaner car because his was in the shop. And he's got an Acura. This was a brand new Acura. He said he sat in the seat and it said, oh, hello, Dave, you're home. But he held out and he didn't buy it. He said he thought he was going to there for a little bit. But that's what you want, okay? You want your customers, when they come to your website or when they see your Instagram or when they come to your business, whatever it may be, they think, oh, I'm home. This is where I want to be. And they want to come back. So it's all about the brand. It's all about creating that feeling, making that connection, and then making something that's recognizable enough that people remember what that is. Okay? So you got to start there. And again, you think, I'm small, I can't afford a whole lot. I really, I got $100 to spend on this. That's all I got. You can do it with that. But you got to do it right. And you need to do it right from the very beginning. So enjoy the breakout sessions. I'm so glad that you're here. I think you can get a lot out of this. And this could be that first step, or for some of you that are already well along the journey, it may be a pivot, or it may be just, hey, I'm doing this right and I feel good about what I'm doing, but maybe I need to just change this one or two little things. I don't know where you are in the process, but wherever you are, you can make this happen. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Christy to give the basic instructions of where you're going to be and how we're going to do this. And again, thank you for being here. I really do think if you listen and you really try, think about how I can be different when I leave here. Now, every time I went to 32 years of management with UPS, I went to a lot of management meetings. There was a lot of them I didn't want to go to. I always went in with the attitude, I'm going to learn something from this, you know, and if you do, you will, and you'll come out of it with something. So please think about it. Think about, how do I get to where those big companies are? How do I get to that spot? Whatever you define as success. And that may not be financial, that may have something totally different for you. But how do I get to that spot? And it all starts with that brand. Christy?
Thanks, John. Okay, well, let's get you to your breakout sessions. I just wanted to let you know on your agenda, it says we'll meet back here at the end. You may have to get back to work, but we're just interested in your feedback. So if you want to stop by today and give us suggestions or let us know how we did, we'll also send out a survey as always with the chamber, but we are interested in what you have to say. Our speakers today, you're going to learn a lot from them. We are attempting to record each of these sessions so that you can go to our website and you can access these. And so if you didn't get to go to another session, you can always go back and view these at your leisure. So we'll put those on there. So anyway, look for the surveys, and you know, these speakers today have taken time out of the day. We want to say thank you for doing that, and they can help you. You don't have to have a major budget. You can go to them and say, this is my budget. What can we do with this? And they can help you. So we like to utilize our chamber members. And so we hope you have a great day, and we look forward to hearing from you at the end. Thank y'all.